Uh, Kude was your 100th film.
Yeah.
How many have you done since then?
I don't know. So even Kode being my 100th film is something that I realized because of social media. It is from social media that I realized, oh, okay, it's my 100th film.
Right.
I don't know. I have to.
No, would you say around 150 now?
Somewhere between 100 and 150. I don't know.
Okay, let's say 125.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. After 125 films, some of them good, some of them mid, some of them that you're not
Bad.
particularly proud about.
Yeah.
Does it still excite Prithviraj Sukumaran to go wake up every day and become another person in front of the camera?
Without a doubt. That is the only reason I am doing this.
Okay.
That's the absolute only reason I am doing this. Let's say if it was money, okay. I have enough capital right now, and I have enough intelligence right now to take that money and do something with it where I can sit back and continue this lifestyle.
Like chill, yeah.
And chill. Yeah. I mean, I needn't work. I know that I have the capital to take and do something with that to ensure a lifestyle where my family and I can just chill.
Yeah.
The fame, to be very frank, at this stage of my career and life, it really doesn't matter to me. I'm sure every actor will say this. Maybe if I walk into a restaurant in Cochin and nobody recognizes me, it might affect me. But at this moment, I'm no longer chasing fame.
Yeah.
And in fact, I would love for anonymity right now. Like every actor or anybody who's out there in the public eye, after a while, you start yearning for that. So the only thing that keeps me going, like I'm sure all the actors who've had a significant amount of number of years behind them in the field, or any technician or whatever it is the fact that it gives us immense joy. I love turning up on location and creating cinema and being part of the process. Even if I'm paid very well, but even if I was not being paid and I had the opportunity to do this, I would still be doing it. And that's the only, I love doing it. You ask me what is my happiest place, it's on a film set.
It's on a film set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife teases me about this, that it's like when you come home, you're now waiting for the break to go back to work.
So when you go on set, right, after so many movies, let's say 125, right, you have to keep discovering newer ways to be happy, be sad, be something else. I'm not saying necessarily break the mold, but let's take an Ardajidam or something like that. In that movie, the very fact that you shape shift so much is giving us a new Prithviraj. But let's say in say a bunch of movies where you're not really you're looking like Prithviraj, you're looking like that, but you have to act with just the tools that you have. How do you keep finding newer ways to do that? Is it the script? Is it the director?
So the thing is, between every set, the process will differ slightly, depending on the director, on the material you have to work with, and multiple other factors there. The process between every set, between every film will differ slightly.
Okay.
The idea for me is to let myself float and move freely where I am being led to. So I equally enjoy the process in a really small film like, let's say, a Kurdi, which is like a 19-20 day shoot inside a small house. And the enjoyment is just as much when I'm on the sets of Varanasi, which is like India's biggest production and all that. So the process is what you need to fall in love. And when you break down the process, it's all pretty similar, regardless of where you are or what particular film you're doing. The nuances of it keeps changing between directors, between sets. And as an actor, you just sort of float and let the director or the set or the work culture there lead you into that space. But as an actor and as someone who's been doing this for a long while, I think it is very important to make sure that you are in love with that process, that right. I enjoy being led into that space. I enjoy being part of, okay, today I'm doing a Khalifa with Vaishag, whose process is completely different from, let's say, a Rajamouli sir, or a Nisam Bashir, or a Meghna Gulzar. But I equally enjoy all four. I love being in the midst of the process that they are doing and being part of it and contributing to it. And if a day comes when that happiness switches off, when I'm no longer happy turning up on set, I will walk away. I definitely will. I don't think I'm cut out to be doing this without being in love with it, because it's hard.
Okay.
It's tough. It's a tough job. I know it's highly paid, it's glamorous, it's a lot of things that you get from the world because you're an actor, but it's also a tough job, and it is not something you can do if you hate it. Yeah.
No, but when you say process, you're talking about, I'm trying to get an understanding, because different actors follow different things, right? You know, there's some are methods,
So
some
the
are.
idea is, I'm saying, as an actor, you will have your process, but to me, it is important to keep that process adaptive.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be rigid about your process, because that might not lend itself to every director's process
100%.
or every set you're on or every film you're making. So yeah, I understand each actor has his or her own process. I do too.
Yeah.
But my process, at least I'm speaking just for myself, my process is fluid enough, is adaptive enough to let it change or veer to that side, or go to this side, depending on the director, depending on the film you're making. And each of these little nuances that come in with every different film, I enjoy it. I love it. I love the fact that, okay, the next film I'm doing might completely be different, and as an actor, I'll feel different there. And it's not going to be better or worse, but it's just going to be different, and I love the fact that it is going to be different.